Hi everybody and welcome to another year-end review of my trophy collection, my trophy journey through 2022. It was a ride, definitely a busy year for me, definitely the lowest number of platinums I've obtained since starting trophy hunting in 2019. But this year I focused on the bigger picture. I didn't just focus on platinums, I did focus on completing games, doing 100%, DLCs. I also tried to earn trophies in games I knew I wasn't going to get the platinum in, just to help clean up and reduce my number of unearned trophies, which as you can see on the board doesn't look like I did a lot because I have more unearned trophies than I did at the start of the year, but that's because I started some games that I haven't quite finished as of recording this video. So just a quick overview. Games played, 232 games played this year, so I definitely went up by about 20-ish there. 155 completed games. My completion percentage is now over 85%. I'm beyond happy about that. That was one of my goals for this year. I'm really excited. Hoping to maybe get it to like 88 by the end of this year. I don't know. We'll see. My unearned trophies did go up, but again, like I said, I started games this year that I haven't finished as of recording this video. And also, a lot of games came out with DLC this year, and I just personally could not keep up. My trophies per day went down a little bit. I had a busy year, going to school, working, all that stuff. So I didn't get to play as much as I would like to. My profile views went up quite a bit. Holy moly. Almost by 2,000 there. That's crazy. My world rank went down again. The last couple months of the end of 2022 didn't get to play a lot, so my rankings definitely aren't where I thought they were going to be at the end of the year. But to be honest, I don't pay attention to rankings that much. It's more of a fun thing I get to track as opposed to something I'm actively trying to accomplish. And crazy enough, my country rank is the same. That's insane. Yeah, so that's the overview. I think we should just get straight into the trophy list and talk about some of my favorite games, some of my least favorite games I played this year. And yeah, so let's do that. Alright, so we're kind of in the middle of a list here. If you're new to my videos, I like to start at the games that I started the year with and end off with the most recent games. So we're kind of in the middle of my list here. But I did start off with chipping away again at Battlefield 2042. I actually don't know if I'm going to be able to get this platinum, mainly because of the one new game mode, which I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm recording this at 6 a.m. What is it called? Hazard Zone. Apparently that mode is very dead, and yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I don't like when established franchises put out new game modes and then tie a lot of trophies to them because you don't know if those modes are going to be successful or not. So I might be stuck with this Battlefield not being completed. I'm still going to try to chip away. I do have a couple of trophies left here that I can clean up that aren't related to Hazard Zone. So I will work on those in the new year and see what I can do. I'm semi-hopeful on finishing this one. The Artful Escape. This was a really short indie game. It has a very high percentage completion in PSN profiles. But I enjoyed it. I did it in one sitting on stream, so that was fun. Yeah, it was an interesting little indie game. The music was really good in it. You're playing as this main character who is a musician, and he's kind of lost his way, and you get sent into like space. It's weird, but it's good, and I think it's been given out for free somewhere in one of the PS Plus tiers. So if you can check that out, definitely would recommend. Just be aware that it is a high percentage completion. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. Obviously I had to pick this up. Fantastic games. So we've got Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy all tied into this new package for the PS5. Amazing cover art by an amazing artist. named Jake, and he is just fantastic. He's a really nice guy too. What can I say? It was fun. It was fun playing through these games again. Did they necessarily need a PS5 release? No, but I'm not going to complain either. They're games that I liked. So my thing about the re-releases of PS5 is if you're not liking these remasters or these remakes, you don't have to buy them, right? Like, no one's forcing you to buy them. If you're excited about a game that's coming out as a remake, even though it didn't need a remake, and you want to buy it, heck, buy it. Like, nobody's stopping you. You know what I'm saying? I think people judge people too much on the games they like. It's kind of crazy. Firewatch, 100%. This was a great game too. Something that I definitely wasn't expecting. I know a lot of people say that this game is really good, but the story definitely took a twist that was very interesting for me. I enjoyed it. I played it in like a day. Technically, I could have done it in a sitting, but I took breaks. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. I think I paid a little bit more money than I wanted to for this, but I'm always willing to pay full price for indie games and support those indie developers. A Godfall. If I remember correctly, is this an old platinum? Or did I earn this platinum this year? 2022. Hey, I earned this platinum this year. I have one trophy left for the 100%. It is in the DLC here. It's open 200 light chests, which is like a grind. I need to work on this. I really do, but it's one of those tedious things that's going to take several hours, but I will get it done. I've already committed this far, 99%. I'm going to get it done. I actually enjoyed Godfall. I did play the version where it was basically starting me off in endgame, so I didn't have to play through, well, I thought I didn't have to play through the campaign. And then I went to play one of the DLCs here. I think it was Fire and Darkness. And I couldn't progress. It wouldn't let me start the DLC with my endgame character, like with my Challenger Edition character. So I had to buy a second copy of the game, play the whole campaign, and then get into Fire and Darkness. It was a little messed up. I don't know if there's a better way to do that, but I didn't see anything written online, so that's what I ended up doing, and it was a little annoying, but yeah. You can hear me button mashing in that video. That's funny. Horizon Forbidden West. See, again, a game that came out this year, and they just slapped on the DLC, so this one's sitting at 95%. I definitely preferred Horizon Zero Dawn over Forbidden West. It was pretty. I found some of the mechanics a little bit clunkier than in the first game, to be honest, especially the climbing and stuff. During combat, Aloy would bug out on me a little bit. I didn't find the story as intriguing, unfortunately. There were a couple of sequels that we'll get into later that I played this year that I just didn't like as much as the first one, and I'm a little disappointed in it. But it was basically the same thing. If you played Horizon Zero Dawn, then you know the trophy list for this game. You're basically 100%ing everything, doing all the side quests, upgrading your gear, all that good stuff. Certain types of machines killed. That's a terrible screenshot. Oh, that one's no better. I do plan on getting back to this DLC, so New Game Plus on Ultra Hard, and I think there's like collectible things that you have to. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, that's on my list to do in 2023. Is finish that one. Just bummed me out. As soon as I finished this, it was less than a month later, and they popped out the DLC. I was like, no, let me have my 100% for a little bit longer, please. MLB The Show 22. You know what? I'm kind of liking these MLB The Show games. I find them very relaxing and laid back. This one was a no-brainer as well. Fairly easy. You probably do need somebody to help you online if you want. I didn't. You can adjust the sliders as needed for certain weird specific trophies if you're not that great at the game, or you just really don't care. So the option is there. yeah, I enjoy this game. I can't say much about a sports game. It's a sports game. It is what it is. Call of Duty Vanguard. I enjoyed the campaign to a certain degree. There were definitely some... Oh, Laura Bailey. Love Laura Bailey. I literally bought this game because of Laura Bailey. Because I said that I was not going to buy any more Call of Duties. And then I bought this one. And jokes on me, I have purchased Modern Warfare 2 to start in 2023. So I guess I'm just never giving it up at this point. Man, I don't know. At this point, Call of Duty games are once again like those easy laid-back games for me. I know that sounds kind of crazy because there are difficulty-related trophies, but I've been playing Call of Duty for so long that I don't really find veteran that hard. I only ever really struggle if there's like zombie trophies, right? If you're, new to the channel, I'm terrible at any zombie mode in any game. I do love them though. I just suck at them. But Vanguard was actually not that bad. I did it all by myself. There was no like Easter eggs and stuff like that, so that was nice. I did like the format of the mode in this game as opposed to different iterations. Like typically like the Treyarch zombies that you see. I enjoyed this as somebody that doesn't actively play Call of Duty Zombies. So, I mean, no, other people might think differently, but yeah, killing 10,000. Look at that! Holy moly! Look at that screenshot. Killing 10,000 zombies was the grindy. Actually, no, the grindiest was 2,500 zombies with a pack-a-punch level 3 weapon, because you obviously have to get your weapon to level 3 and then grind out those 2,500 kills. So that was probably, I think that was the last trophy that I popped in that mode. Minecraft PlayStation 4 edition, they just came out with more DLC, so I just cleaned it up. Yeah, nothing special about that. Splitgate is a free online first-person shooter. It's got a cool premise. I don't think the developers are supporting it anymore, so I don't think I'll ever be able to finish this because I have to win over 1,000 matches, which last time I checked I was at like 200. I was playing this game with a coworker, so it was fun at the time, but yeah, I'm missing 2 trophies. So a collateral kill with a sniper, I don't know how I haven't gotten that yet. And in the 1,000 wins, over 1,000 wins. You can't boost anything, can't unlock trophies in private matches, so you can try to get a group of friends together for like a standard public lobby, but it might be hard. I could give it a go though, but yeah, I don't think I'll be getting these 1,000 wins. This is just one of those games that I played because I had someone to play with, so I was playing it. It wasn't actively going for trophies or anything like that. Surgeon Simulator, again, so like I said in the intro there, I just started replaying old games that I already had on my list, earning trophies where I could, just to kind of help my completion percentage a little bit. So Surgeon Simulator was definitely one of them where I went back and I started doing a couple things. So I first started playing this in 2015. But yeah, there's only a couple that I popped, and then I started doing some other stuff. So I got to go back to this and do some more if I can. Look at that screenshot. That's terrible. Just try to clean up my percentage as much as I can. I'm not actively going to be going for this platinum or anything. It's just to try to clean up the profile. Farming Simulator 22. I love Farming Simulator. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but I do love them. Again, I just find farming really relaxing. If you've played Farming Simulator games before, then it's your standard trophy list. You gotta collect all the collectibles. Yes, it has collectibles, which is weird. Breed your cows, breed your pigs. Harvest a certain amount of, land, etc., all that good stuff. And then do some random stuff too, like buy a certain amount of, equipment and all that jazz. It's pretty straightforward. It's just a very grindy game. They typically are very grindy games. Witchwood, another little indie platinum that I got this year. Not a hard game, but I did enjoy it. It was very cute. I really liked the art style. Like, it was very, very nice. But it's basically like a crafting game. you're doing these quests, but the quests are basically like forcing you to go grab materials and craft all these things and then give these items to these people, and eventually defeating these like bosses, I guess. But there's no combat. You're like curing them, or you're giving them certain items that you've crafted. It's a pretty straightforward game. Stray, the highly anticipated cat game. I enjoyed this game. I'm thinking about doing the PS4 version, to be honest. Nice, quick, short game. I did enjoy being a cat. I did experience a couple bugs. I know a lot of people were having issues with this can't catch me trophy. I did too, to be honest, but it only took me like 10 minutes to finish. Once I got the pathway down pat, there was a little bit of RNG with some of these blobby things coming at me, but yeah, it was a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. I hope they make a Stray too, or something. I just want to be more animals. You know what I mean? Give me a Stray version of with dogs or something. That's all I want. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This took a lot of my time, this Platinum Trophy. This was my most played game in 2022 at just under 100 hours. I think it was at like 96 hours or something to finish this Lego game, which is insane. It is insane to think that you spent 96 hours playing a Lego game. But listen, I love the Lego games. I love Star Wars. All these are just the... oh, there we go. I love Star Wars, so I had fun doing it. I will say, admittedly, the last maybe 20-ish, 15 to 20-ish hours were a bit of a grind, because at that point, I'm just 100%ing all the regions and all the planets, right? So it starts to get tedious after a while. But yeah, I definitely have quite a few more Lego games in my backlog to finish. And then I will be done with the Lego games. But I use them as what I call palate cleansers. So again, they're pretty laid back games, so I'll play them in between longer games. But this one just happened to be my long game of the year. So I definitely felt the fatigue a little bit. But yeah, 96 hours, that's insane. I can't believe that. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, a 100% game, a no platinum trophy. You can get it done in a few hours with a guide. The story was very sad. I will just say that. I know it's an older game, but I try not to spoil games if I can, because you never know if somebody's wanting to play an older game, right? Like, I just played this one this year, and I didn't know the story. So, yeah, I would recommend, if you can get it for cheap. I think we got it on PS Plus at some point. So if you have this sitting in your backlog, yeah, give it a shot. It's only a few hours. Resident Evil 3 Platinum. I enjoyed this one. I definitely struggled a little bit fighting with the final, fighting Nemesis, but on like the hardest difficulty or trying to do the S rank or something, I was like stressing out a little bit. But yeah, even though I do scare easily, I really appreciate the Resident Evil trophy lists, because it makes you do things that I wouldn't do normally. Obviously, like like if I'm playing a scary game, I'm like a one and done kind of gal, but like, yeah, Resident Evil 2 and now 3, I've really enjoyed having to do certain runs, so like the speed runs, and in 2, like not using the item box and stuff like that. Really enjoyed those. So I'm excited for the Resident Evil 4 remake coming out. I don't play the newer ones because I'm too scared, and I'm honestly not that good. But maybe down the line, I'll try to platinum like a newer one. But yeah, I did really enjoy this. I think I still enjoyed 2 more. This was more action-packed, so I did appreciate that as a person that does not like scary games. I felt a little bit more in control because it was more action-oriented, but I think 2 was just kind of a more solid story overall, if that makes sense. Multiverses Platinum. This game was a grind. Holy moly. I played this all by myself. I didn't have anybody to play with, so I was basically using my two controllers and trying to grind out some of these trophies. You can do, well, when I did it, you could do everything against bots. I don't know if that's still true. I haven't kept up with it, unfortunately. It's a fun game. It would be fun if I was playing with friends and just casually playing, for sure. But having to do some of the stuff that they asked for the trophies was excruciating, to say the least. You had to do certain, like, ring outs. So basically a ring out's like a knockout. There was one, though. Oh, I think Social Butterfly? Oh, here. Party Animal. Play 500 matches in a party. That was a grind. And I basically just second controllered and jumped off the edge every time. So I think my platinum video is just me walking off an edge, which is unfortunate. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh. Back for Blood. I still don't have this platinum, but I'm getting closer. I just have to finish Act 3 and 4 on Nightmare and then grind out my kills. My 53,000 ridden. I think I'm at 20 something, so I'm halfway there. Yeah, and then I'll have this done. So wish me luck, guys. Because I've been trying for this for a while now. I just suck, and I'm really struggling. So yeah, I hope I can get this done this year. That's like a big goal. I'm not worried about the DLC on this game, to be honest. I just really want this platinum. So fingers crossed for this year. Hades, another really long game. This was my favorite game that I played this year, or that I platinumed this year, for sure, 100%. I've never played a game like this before, so I was really nervous, but I enjoyed it a lot. The animation, like the art style is really cool. The story was really cool. I'm excited about Hades 2. I actually have this on the Switch, so I was thinking about casually playing it on the Switch. Again, I wish I could move my save files over, but it is what it is. I have to start from scratch, which is fine. But yeah, I'm having surgery this year, so playing on the Switch would actually be ideal. It would give me something to do. But yeah, I loved the art in this, the voice acting, just the whole game. The whole game was cool as fuck. Like, I can't wait for Hades 2. I love this game. I kind of wish I didn't finish it as quickly as I did. I think I got it done in like 60-ish hours or something like that. Somewhere around there. The Last of Us Part 1 remake, it's only at 81%. And if you aren't new to the channel, you're probably like, why the heck is your favorite game only at 81%? Because I'm saving it. I'm saving it for my 200th platinum, and I'm only at 176 right now. So, yeah, I'm saving it, and it's killing me that it's just sitting here unfinished, but, yeah. So I left some collectibles to find, so I could replay through some chapters again. But yeah, it's killing me. I'm hoping I can get to 200 this year, but again, it's gonna be another busy year, so I don't know, man. I do want to get that done though, real bad, real bad. Steep, another game that I was chipping away at again. I do want to get the platinum in this. I'm just struggling to get 115 gold medals. I think I'm at 105. I need 10 more, and I'm at the ones that are like the extreme events now, so I am struggling. But I am determined. I've been working on this for a while. So fingers crossed for that one as well. Ether 1, again, a short little indie game. We got this on PS Plus a long time ago, and it's been in my backlog for a while, so I just said, what the heck, let's do this. I did follow a guide, so it only took a few hours. I would recommend following a guide because there are a lot of things you have to pick up, and you have to do things in very specific order because there are sections that are buggy. Luckily, I didn't run into those problems. But yeah, another like interesting, sadder story. Borderlands 3, a game that, again, I went back and I was trying to clean up trophies. I do want to platinum this game, not because I enjoy it, but because I know it's like within my reach. I can do it. It's within my skill level. I just don't like this game. I like the humor. I just have a hell of a time navigating the map. I don't know if it's the cell shading. I don't know if it's like the holographic component of the map, but I find it incredibly frustrating. I'll spend half the time trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go, and it's just I just get frustrated easily with it. It's like I want to go do a quest, but it's taking me 20 minutes to figure out how to get to that quest, and then the quest only takes me 10 minutes to do, so it's like, how much time do I want to spend navigating around? You know what I mean? But I do just want to finish this and get it over with. I have to finish all side quests and like do the proving grounds and some random other stuff. The the story's all done and everything. It's been done for a couple years now. Oh, maybe 2023 Platinum? I don't know. It's not on my priority list. Death's Door, a really cute indie game that I completely let fall to the wayside. I gotta finish this game. Yeah, I just totally forgot that I was playing this game. I got distracted by other things, I think. So I have to finish this. I forgot that this was unfinished. I'm trying to find a good screenshot so you guys can see. The art style is really cool. Yeah, I do really like this game. I'm having a hard time, like it's a little bit challenging for me. I don't think it's necessarily a challenging game in general, but my depth perception is not great, so the way the camera is angled, sometimes during fights, I really struggle to see what I'm doing. But it's fun challenging for me, so I'm not getting mad or anything at it, that's for sure. Deliver Us the Moon, again, short, quick, platinum, nothing to be excited about. I did enjoy the story. Again, it's got a high completion percentage on PSN profiles. I did not have a lot of time to start these big chunky games. And technically, already having done at this point Hades and Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, I was just looking for these shorter experiences that I can do in between my busy schedule. So that's why I ended up kind of cleaning these out of my backlog. Golf with Your Friends. This is an old platinum, but they came out with a Bouncy Castle DLC, so I cleaned that up. Nothing spectacular. I think I have a... It's weird golf. It's weird mini golf with weird mechanics and... Like, look at me trying to bounce this ball. It's just... The game is crazy. I hope they don't come out with any DLC, though. That DLC pack cost me like $20 for those 4 trophies, and it was just one new, like, little course. It was crazy. Anyways. Deathloop, an old platinum, but again, they came out with DLC, so I finished the Golden Loop update. I had a lot of fun going back to this game, although I couldn't remember any of the controls to save my life. I think that's probably my least favorite thing about DLC coming out for games that I've, like, moved on from, like, within, like, a year, is I don't remember the controls. I don't remember anything. As soon as I finish a game, all the mechanics wipe from my memory. It's like the RAM part of my memory. It just gets reset, and I don't remember anything. So when I have to go back and do stuff like killing a person a certain way, I'm like, what button do I press? I don't know what I'm doing. Monopoly Madness. This was an easy platinum. I'm actually trying to do a thing on PSN profiles. There is a challenge, like a forum challenge on there. I wouldn't really call it a challenge. It's just kind of like you're encouraging each other to do it. There's no incentive to do it. But to platinum a game in every genre on the website. So this fell under like cards and board game. So I have like 3 more to finish. But this actually was fun, and it would be fun playing with people. I just played with myself and AI, but like this would be a cute little game to play. I can see it getting chaotic. And it's not what you think it is. Obviously, by this video, like, if you're familiar with Monopoly, this does not look like Monopoly, but it is crazy. I can assure you it would be interesting to play with a group of people. Dreams. Old Platinum. but DLC completed. This is what I'm talking about. Finished this DLC. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy this story stuff as much as Art's Dream in Dreams when it first came out, but it's nice that they're giving out free stuff to kind of have incentive to go back in. I used to go back into Dreams a lot and just check out what people were making, but there are some interesting things out there, so I stopped doing that. Vacation Simulator Platinum, and 100% there's DLC here. This was on my path to, I think one of my goals this year was to complete 5 PSVR games. I didn't do that. But this was me attempting to do that. This was me giving it a shot. I think this is the only PSVR game I played. I could be wrong. We'll find out. But yeah, I definitely preferred Job Simulator more. But yeah, it's fun. I just can't play long VR games. I get a little nauseous, but yeah. Hot Wheels Unleashed, Old Platinum. This Platinum was earned. Oh wait, no, I earned this Platinum this year. I earned this Platinum in January, but then I did DLC. Sorry. Platinum in 100% done this year. January 22nd, 2022. Fun little game. If you grew up with Hot Wheels and stuff, I'm trying to find good screenshots, but I never seem to find them when I'm recording. Well, that's something. But yeah, Batman expansion, Monster Trucks expansion, Looney Tunes expansion. Each expansion was $20 for me. Actually, I think it was more. It was like $22.99 or something in Canadian dollars. So a little bit expensive. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Wait till they go on sale. But I just wanted to keep this at 100%. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Nothing too crazy. Couple races I had to redo a couple times because I suck at steering apparently sometimes. So yeah, really good game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. We'll say that. Overwatch 2, which is technically Overwatch. Like you can see, my first trophy was earned in 2016. So this was again another situation where I'm trying to go back and clean up as much as I can. I'm annoyed though because I reached level 50 in the battle pass for the first season of Overwatch 2. I actually reached level 52 and this didn't pop. So I don't really feel like playing it again to that extent of getting to level 50. So I'm a little annoyed by that. I wanted to get this up to an A rank on PSN profiles. Currently, I think it's sitting at a C, but like, I just don't have the time or desire to redo all of that to get to level 50 again. So we shall see what the future holds. But yeah, that's Overwatch 2. Gotham Knights Platinum, not 100% because again they had to come out with DLC. This game, not as bad as everybody was saying it was, but it wasn't great, to be honest. Like, it was buggy. It was very bare bones post-story. Like, it made Gotham a little boring, but it was fun enough to play. Like, it was kind of lukewarm, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't pay full price for it, but if you picked it up for, like, a maximum $30, I don't think you would be disappointed. I had fun, you know, fighting some very famous, you know, Batman, Bat Family villains for sure. But yeah, definitely post story, it gets a little bare bones. And this isn't really spoilers because it was in the trailer. But the Court of Owls is in this game, and I don't feel like they used that to their full potential. I was so excited to finally see something with the Court of Owls, and I just feel like it was more of a side story than the main story. It's hard to explain without getting into spoiler territory, but yeah, I just felt lukewarm. I didn't think it was as bad as people are saying, but it wasn't spectacular either. I do need to finish this DLC. I think it's free, so I will do that at some point if I can remember the controls. God of War Ragnarok Platinum. Again, another sequel that I enjoyed the first one more. I enjoyed the 2018 God of War more. The combat is so stellar, visually incredible. I just didn't love the story as much as the first one, and there is a very specific story beat that happens. I'm not going to get into it, spoiler territory, that I did not like. Like, it completely stalled the game for me. So that was a little bit disappointing. But everybody, like, to each their own. I have some friends that love that part of the game that I felt kind of held it back. So it's all personal preference. Take what I say with a grain of salt. But yeah, visually it was really good. Voice acting is stellar again. But I actually, you know what? I will say, this game I enjoyed the post-story cleanup. I actively did enjoy getting all the collectibles and doing all the side stuff, which I don't usually enjoy doing a lot in games, because by that point I feel a little bit burnt out. But I will say that was probably my favorite part of this game. That's how much I didn't enjoy the story. So take that as you will, I suppose. Killing Floor 2, very old Platinum, but free DLC yet again. So I went and I cleaned up some collectibles. Pretty straightforward. And last but not least, Alan Wake Remastered. I wanted to get this done before the end of the year, but I got super busy with work, so I just have to do my Nightmare run and get those collectibles and finish that, and some miscellaneous combat stuff. So hopefully going to be finishing that within the next couple weeks, and then obviously the DLC as well. Yeah, I think I only earned like 20-ish platinums this year, which is significantly different than my previous years being like 50 and stuff like that. So I think definitely this year I'm going to make some interesting goals for myself and see if I can hit those. But yeah, those are all the trophies that I earned and all the games that I played this year. Let me know down below what your favorite game that you played this year was. You didn't have to necessarily platinum it or finish it. Just let me know your favorite game and why. And thanks for hanging out as always, guys. I hope you have a happy new year and happy gaming.